Okay, so here we are, Thursday night, back at Roots to Wings. Let's mix it up a little bit tonight. We'll do a little bit of stuff and then some other stuff to open things up. It's going to be really interesting when we're able to gather back together again. What practice will look like when we're actually able to get back together again. And we are, I think that endeavoring, the first way in which we'll be able to be back together is probably going to be some form of outdoor yoga. And it'll be really interesting to see how willing people are to get in a relatively common space with each other and practice with appropriate social distance. So it'll be another experiment to feel our way into that. You know, I had been doing an experiment myself. Last, about 2.5 years, I hadn't eaten meat for a while, and then in January I watched a couple documentaries on Netflix about game changers, and there was another one that was on the same line, which I began to experiment with, no dairy, so not eating meat and no dairy. And so my diet is basically consisted of rices and grains and vegetables and oatmeal, but pretty much grains because I need that, like, something sort of substantive. And then I would, maybe once a month I would get a little piece of fish, like haddock, a little piece of haddock, something like that. Yeah, what started happening is I actually started not feeling that great. Like I was getting some dizziness, and even though I went to see Dr. Dan, and he did I don't know if you've ever been to see Dr. Dan, but he does the muscle testing and stuff, and he muscle tested me. He said he didn't think I was deficient in vitamin B12, which is something that can happen, vitamin B12 and calcium, when you eat that way. And so it's something I'm playing with. So I made a decision that I'm going to go back and in Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga. So Ayurveda is oils and ointments, and basically there's this thing in Ayurveda called panchakarma, which you would go on a retreat and do panchakarma, where you would they bring your digestive fires down very slowly to pretty much nothing is happening, and then you have enemas and oil baths and everything, and then they slowly introduce very bland foods back into the diet, fruits, and by the end of it you kind of build up to more of a normal diet. And so I was thinking, maybe that would be a way for me to try to come back and isolate the variables and do my own experiment and see what would happen. So that's the experiment that I'm playing with right now. But that too is yoga. That's an aspect of yoga. Certainly diet is a really, really huge piece of that. And it's interesting during this time of Corona, that it's been a little bit easier to focus on food, because you have a little more time to prepare, and more family meals together and things like that. For those of us who have the luxury of being able to eat with other people, it's if you have a family, that's something that you want to do, that you never get a chance to do. When your kids are little, you have every meal together, and then when your kids start getting into their activities and things, the whole family dining experience kind of goes out the door, and everything's on the fly. And then this kind of allowed for us to gather back together as a family and eat together again, which has been a real gift. But so I would like to have us start on our back. And begin to move from side to side. find your way back to the center and come into happy baby. And straighten your left leg out onto the floor, hold your right leg in a half happy baby. Oh, so the other part of that story that I didn't tell you about the Ayurveda was that one of the remedies in Ayurveda for people who are experiencing challenges with eating vegetarian diet. Some people have certain blood types that's extremely difficult to not eat meat. Apparently. I don't know that to be true based on my own experience, but I'm in the experiment. And for those people, switch to the other side. For those people, having 4 ounces of really high quality red meat, like grass-fed, filet mignon, every day at lunchtime for 2 weeks, can kind of snap you out of that little dizziness funk. So we'll see. Good. Hug your knees back into your chest again and rock from side to side. And the dizziness is just not like, I'm just a touch dizzy. Like you feel like you got to grab a hold of something and you're going to fall down. It's not like a normal, it's a pretty strong sensation. And begin to rock from front to back. Come up to your feet and all the way back to your head. This is a nice way to loosen the spine. Make it a relaxing movement. Especially if you've been sitting hunched over all day. Keep going. Feel your thoracic spine starting to loosen up a little bit. Ten more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Good. 10. Come all the way back up. Good. Walk your feet together and use your arms as leverage to straighten your spine, up your thighs, slide your ribs up your thighs. Good. Roll right. Come onto your hands and knees. Begin from table, curl your toes under, press up to downward dog. You may notice the spine being a little looser and freer now. So if there's any tension that's left behind your knees, in your hamstrings and calves. You can let that open as you sustain and maintain this posture. Press firmly into your palms. Lift your sacrum towards the ceiling. Walk forward and hang over your toes in a forward fold. Slide your palms underneath the balls of your feet. Bend your knees if you need to. Straighten your legs as you breathe out. They don't have to straighten all the way, but if they do, that's fine. When you inflate your belly against your thighs, you'll feel an additional opening in your back. Allow that to happen. Good. Release your hands from underneath your feet. Roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale the arms up overhead. Palms come together to the center of your chest. Rest here. And begin to swing your arms. Stand about hip distance apart. Empty coat sleeves. In the morning, I would normally add the pranayama right now, but I'm not going to do it in the evening because I don't like to get all fired up at night. But if you feel the need for fire, you can forcibly inhale through your nostrils and exhale out through your mouth. And begin to wind it down and come back until you get your feet back underneath you. Shake out your arms and hands. Stand straight and tall. Feel the length of your spine and the height of your body. Inhale the arms up overhead. Shift your weight over to your right foot. Lift your left foot up off the ground. Exhale the arms down to the side. Return your left foot to the floor. Inhale the arms up overhead. Release your shoulder blades down your back. And lift your right leg out to the side. Good, and release. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the hands down to your hips. Step your feet out a little wider. Have it so you can flex your knees if you need to, then straighten your legs, but don't lock your knees out. Inhale the arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lock out your elbows. Push your knuckles towards the floor. Open your chest. Lift your chin. Take a couple of breaths here before exhaling to hinge from your hips. Reach your pinkies toward the ceiling. Continue to draw the shoulder blades together. Good. Bend your knees, hinge from the hips, come back to standing. Step your feet back together. Release your arms down by the side. Step your feet out a little wider than hip distance apart. This is a new move, probably for both of you, I think. So, begin with your fingertips together. And then your fingertips touch your second chakra. Slide your fingers up your chest, just underneath your collarbone. And then scoop your fingers underneath your palms like you're drawing sand from the center of your chest. Bring your arms out to the side. The elbows can stay a little bit bent. Keep it relaxed. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Hold here. Take 6 breaths. Good. Inhale the arms straight overhead so your wrists are directly over your shoulders. Let your shoulders slide down your back a little bit, but we don't have to get as crazy about that. They lift a little bit here, but make sure your wrists are over your shoulders. I love having a camera there. I can see my positions, kind of self-check. If you guys were here when Dave Oshana, the guy from Finland, was around, this was 4-pointed palm healing exercise. Six breaths. Feel the lengthening of your spine out of your pelvic bowl. Good. Turn your hands towards each other and curl your fingertips towards the top of your head. Keep your arms straight and lifted. 6 more breaths here. Focus on your exhale. Good. Let your fingers slowly come down to the soft spot when you were a baby, right on the crown of your head. And then slide your fingers, keeping them together, down the back of your head. As far down as you can reach and still keep your fingertips together. And then bring them around to the front. And pick up where you left off. Fingertips come together, which will be down around your collarbone, most likely. Then slide your fingers down your chest together, past your ribs, right about to your 3rd chakra. And then reach your hands behind you and pick up where you left off. Touch your fingertips together, slide them down your spine. All fingertips flick past your tailbone. And then open your palms up. Slide the palms down the back of your legs. Hinge forward. Once you get down, all the way down to the outside of your legs, slide your fingertips across your feet, across the tops of your feet like you're rolling a ball off the top of your foot and hang in a forward bend. Good. To inhale up, slide your fingers towards the inside of your foot, up the inside of your legs. Fingers, tips come together in front of your second chakra. 6 breaths here. Feet are a little closer together. Inhale your fingertips up underneath your collarbone. Curl your fingertips under. Scoop your chest open. And bring your arms out to the side again. We begin again. 6 breaths here. Inhale the arms up overhead. Enjoy each of your 6 breaths. Turn your palms towards each other, curl your fingers, draw your fingernails together so they touch, arms straight, fingertips point towards the crown of your head. 6 more breaths. Exhale the fingertips to the crown of your head. And begin to slide your fingertips, still together and still touching, down the back of your head, the back of your neck. As far down as you can reach and keep them together. And then open your arms around and back to the front, picking up where you left off, probably just underneath your collarbone. Slide your fingers down your chest to right around your 3rd chakra, but not past your belly button. Reach your hands around behind the back. Touch them together again. Slide your fingertips together down past your tailbone and to open the palms up. Step your feet out a little wider. When you can't reach the fingers anymore and you have to hinge forward, do so. Turn the palms towards me. Slide your fingertips across your feet like you're flicking a ball off of your foot and hang in a forward bend for 6 breaths. Inhale, drag your fingertips across the floor back towards the inside of your foot, inside of your ankle. Let your hands slowly slide up the inside of your leg. Fingertips come together below your navel at the 2nd chakra. You can step your feet a little closer together again. 6 more conscious breaths here. Last time through, fingers rise up past your heart chakra, just underneath the collarbone. Scoop whatever's there, open the arms out to the side. Let the shoulders drop down away from your ears, keep them relaxed. Stand straight and tall. Elbows slightly bent is okay. Notice how you feel. Very simple and extraordinarily complex exercise, both at the same time. The simplicity is in the feeling. The complexity is in what's happening energetically. Follow the feeling, don't worry about the complexity. Inhale the arms overhead. Palms face the screen. Wrists over the shoulders. So they're over the shoulders in all directions, which will likely mean you have to reach the arms back a little bit to get them over the shoulders. And when you do that, the shoulders rise up a little bit, which is okay here. Find your length. Home stretch. Turn the palms towards each other, fingertips come back together. Bend your wrists. Hold here. I touch my thumb and index finger together because that's what feels right for me, but follow your feeling. Release the fingertips down to the soft spot. Gently slide them down the back of your head. Past the base of your skull, back of your neck. Open the arms back to the front. Fingertips come together in front of the center of your chest. And slide down your chest, past your ribs. Step out wide as you open the hands behind you to meet where you left off. Fingertips come together and slide down your spine one last time. Palms open up as your pinkies pass the tailbone. Hinge when you need to, when the arms aren't long enough. Slide the hands down the back of your legs, across the tops of your feet and towards the center of the room. Hang in a forward bend. Rising up for the last time. Hands inside your legs, inside your calves, inside your knees, inside your thighs. Step your feet back together. And then left hand pulls out in front of you. Right hand pulls out in front of you. Left hand lands on your belly, and then the right hand lands over the top of the left. Close your eyes. feel. And then open your palms out again, out to the side. Keep your arms relaxed and look up and feel. And return. Arms down to your side. Eyes closed. Inhale the arms up overhead. Dive, get back to downward dog. Look towards your thumbs. Come down onto your elbows. Lower down into a dolphin plank, then lower your belly to the floor. Keep your toes curled under. Walk the hands back so your thumbs are below your nipples, your elbows are tucked in, preparing for healing cobra. Wait until you're ready and press up. Toes stay curled under, back stays long. Chest is open, chin lifted. We'll do 12 to 18 breaths here. Exhale your 12th breath, slowly lower down. Cactus arms, slide your left knee up into half frog, right ear on the ground. Switch sides. Ears, knees. Left ear on the ground, right knee bends up. Half frog. Let go. Straighten your legs underneath you, roll to your right side. Swing your feet around to the front of the room. Hug your knees into your chest, release onto your back. Rest into sleeping tiger posture. Exclusively focus on your second chakra. Straighten your legs overhead. Hook your fingers over the tops of your toes or grab your big toe. Keep your focus on your second chakra and your relaxed breath. You're welcome to stay here or continue to open the legs over the back of your head and open up into plow. Very slowly release back to sleeping tiger. Ride the vibration of your exhalation. As if the area below your navel is what is exhaling. Keep choosing the peaceful feeling. Lower your feet and widen the knees out and rest. And finally, extend your legs straight out onto the floor. Brief Shavasana. Begin to return from your rest. Bend your knees. Roll right. And come back. Palms together. Feel your second chakra. And bow to your deep inner knowing, inner wisdom, sincerity, and gratitude. Kamsamida. That wasn't too crazy, was it?
Crazy train.